So guys, Luke 5:16 tells us that Jesus often got away to lonely places to spend time with the Father, to pray. That's what we're going to do Saturday morning. We're going to make time to get away and get alone with the Father. Sometimes, the hardest part about getting away and getting alone with God is the alone with ourselves part, And so what we want to do is fight through that. We want to offer ourselves over to God and say, God, I want your voice to be the loudest voice in my head. I want what you think about my life to be what dictates the paths I choose. And what's amazing is God meets us, guys, right where we are. And so at this next event, what we're going to do is take that time and spend that time alone with God. And yes, we're going to be alone with ourselves. And yes, it might be awkward. And yes, it might be uncomfortable because there's things that we run from. But what we don't realize is spending time with God is like putting an oxygen mask on. And in an airplane, if that airplane loses cabin pressure, you have to have oxygen or you'll pass out. And so if you don't put your oxygen mask on first, you're useless to everyone around you. And you become the burden rather than the hero. And so guys, I'm proud of you for making a commitment to show up to this next event where we're going to, together as men, get away and get alone with God. And I'm also excited to see y'all's faces, but more so I'm excited to see what God does when we do something simple and we just show up. Because guys, that's all God ever asks of us, is just show up. So until this weekend, still make time to get away and get alone with God. But guys, I'm looking forward to doing it together. We'll talk soon. See ya. You thought the video was over? Well, so did I. And man, I was out here spending some time with God, nothing crazy, just walking and being silent and quiet, and started picking some flowers. I saw some pretty flowers growing here, some wildflowers, and God just started speaking to me. And guys, it's that simple. And I want to show you what I did. It's Mother's Day this weekend, and of course I went out and bought my wife some things and stuff, and bought my mom something. But as I was walking, and collecting these flowers, I started creating this kind of bouquet, and it just started coming together, and I found some grass to kind of tie it up, God just kind of whispered to me, like, son, if you hadn't have made time, drove out of your way to come here, spend alone time with me, you would have never made this bouquet of flowers. You would have never taken the time to start picking them. I mean, I got into it. I made a pretty decent bouquet of flowers, and he's like, son, your wife is gonna love this more than anything you could have bought her. This is gonna be her favorite Mother's Day gift, probably besides what the babies do for her and stuff. But from me, this is gonna be her favorite thing. She's gonna love what you bought her, but what you did, you picking flowers for her, that's gonna mean the world to her. And guys, these are these gaps that we need God to fill. As guys, we have blind spots. To be a better husband, to be a better father, to be a better man, and be a better leader. This is what God can do. And here's the proof. This very simple bouquet that I tied up with grass, that I came out here and definitely not for this reason. But guys, this is how God changes and molds us. It's practical, it's tangible, and it's real. It's the kind of proof that our wife is going to see, the kind of proof that our kids are going to see, the kind of proof that whoever's around us is going to see. Guys, it's powerful what God wants to do and can do and will do if we let him, if we allow him. And it all starts with making time to get away and get alone with God, and doing it when it hurts, doing it when it's hard, when it's inconvenient, going out of our way to say, God, if I don't do that, I'm going to be less of a husband, less of a father, less of a leader. I'm going to be more of a burden to those around me without my oxygen mask on. So anyways, guys, there's the proof right there.